And welcome back here. We have Leeshia Lee here in our studio.
Yes, happy to have her back. She is the author of a play that's actually getting an encore. It's called Based on a Woo Story.
Yes.
You were a guest once before.
Yes.
Your story went to book and then went to a play. When you wrote the book, did you ever have any idea that it was going to eventually turn into a play, or was it just...
No, I didn't even know how far the book was going to go, actually. Because, like I said, I started writing the book in the notes section of my iPhone, and then I put it on Facebook. So the fact that in less than a year it's turned into a play that's a part of the festival is just like...
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And you're working with some kids. We saw some video during the break there. And, I mean, for folks who maybe aren't familiar with the story, tell them what this is about. I mean, this is your life.
It's about, I grew up in Orchard Manor, and it was nicknamed The Woo, so that's why the book is called Based on a Woo Story.
Right in Charleston.
Right in Charleston, yes, in the 80s. So it's just a story. I think sometimes people think that when you grow up in urban areas or low-income housing that the stigma of it, that it's always negative. But I wanted to show that it's more so a story of community, and your address does not dictate how far you can go in life. It's all about your mentality.
And you know, the thing about the book is when you read the book, you realize that you're not airbrushing what your life was like, and and you touch on a lot of other people in the book too. There are a lot of characters that you talk about who were real life people for you, and some of those people had some real struggles and really had to deal with things, and that's kind of what you wanted to talk about in the book, that overcoming things. And I know it's easy to say, oh, it's just overcoming things, but you really did. This is something that you did personally.
And it's just that also that it's a lot of kids that may think that just because they're born into certain circumstances that limits how far they can go. So a lot of the kids that are in the play, they've never been on a stage. I've never directed a play. I've never, really been in a play. So the fact that we all did this and we were like the underdogs, but now we did, this will be our 6th show. We did 2 at the Capitol Theater, 2 at the Civic Center, and 1 for Kanawha County Schools at the Municipal. And this will be our 6th show for Festival.
And now here you go with Festival. How'd you end up getting involved in Festival?
They asked back in 2018.
Okay, they came to you.
Yeah, and I wasn't for sure if we were going to be able to do it because funding is an issue for us. So we do it the old-fashioned way: fish fries, car washes to raise money. To the Woo way. We make something out of nothing. So we did that to raise the money for our first couple of shows. So, and I didn't want the kids to miss out on this experience. So I was like, we can make it happen, and here we are.
You are making it happen. And these kids, I can't imagine how excited they are to be part of this project.
No, we're going to Hollywood.
That's what they must feel like. They must feel like absolute stars when they're up on stage, especially at that age.
So I tell them, that they are my superstars because it's no longer my play, it's their play. They know the lines, they direct it, and they take it seriously because it's been less than a year, and we only had the first time like less than 6 weeks worth of practice. So I didn't know how the show was going to go, but we got a standing ovation. It was standing room only, and I couldn't be more proud of how far the kids have came.
That is amazing. So if folks tuning in want to see the show, want to read your books, let's let them find out all about it. So it's next Friday, right?
Next Friday, June 28th, Charleston Civic Center. Doors open up at 7 and the show starts at 8 o'clock.
Okay, and it'll be in the theater. And I got to ask you, as there, I mean, we all listened to you when you were on the radio on 98.7 The Beat. Are your DJing days completely over?
I was there yesterday.
Okay, good. Okay.
See, The Beat is still family, so they support. And Woody G and DJ Ackray, they were in the play. They were in the first play, so they still support, and they, it's still Team Beat. So
good. Excellent.
It's amazing. So the kids, I think that's where a lot of the kids knew me from. But now I think the play is cooler. So and then Senator Manchin declared it an urban masterpiece, so we all got awards.
That's really up in the cool factor right there. Leeshia, thanks so much for coming in. Always great to have you in the studio here.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. All right, as we go to the break, we're going to